Hello, all there true believers out there, and happy Saturday. My name is Alex Brewer. I am your host. Sorry, our co-host Chris couldn't be here today. Hopefully, he will be able to return next week. So let's get going in the Marvel Underground. Okay, so our first order of business is the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. So that first episode dropped this week. Well, I guess you could say Friday. And wow, I was impressed. I was impressed by it. The very first episode. I mean, yet again, people may think it's slow at first, but it's kind of setting up things of what we're going to see in the 6-series event that's going to happen. We got to introduce. We got to see the Falcon in action. Little bit. No, I guess you could say the first sequence was the Falcon in action, trying to help the Air Force recover. I think it's recover a fallen soldier or a fallen airplane cartage that was hacked or that was hijacked by, I think it's LAF or something like that. I don't know, but it was led by the same villain that was in Captain America: Civil War, or not Civil War, Captain America: Winter Soldier, in the beginning of the movie. So we got to see him back again, which was kind of cool to see him. And then we kind of get a little sequence of Sam with dressing up in a suit and tie. We don't know where he's going. We all think it's a funeral for Captain America or some Steve, or they call it Steve and whatnot. But in that case, that was actually really actually really awesome. It was good of him grabbing the shield, and then I want to say he grabs the shield and go from there, but he does the right thing. I mean, it's kind of hard. I mean, he does the right thing and takes it to the Smithsonian for the Captain America exhibit that is that he was speaking at. It wasn't a funeral, wasn't nothing. So that was probably one. I will say that this episode was pretty interesting. Was pretty good. I'm not done with the episode yet, so you gotta think that's like, oh, Alex, you're like, probably Alex. That's really not the episode. Oh, it's not all about Sam Wilson. It's not about that. Where's the Winter Soldier at? Give me a second, guys. Let me get to the Bucky Barnes Winter Soldier. So anyway, so we're at Winter Soldier. We see him doing his same old thing, trying to kill people, shoot or whatever, and all that stuff. So he goes into full Winter Soldier mode, wakes up in a dream, and he's having trauma. There is a lot of trauma going on in this episode, which is good on Bucky's side. He in his apartment complex, he meets an older guy, it's like an Asian person that misses his son, and then they go to lunch. So Bucky goes on a date. With one of the bartenders there at the restaurant. They go and stuff, and they go on a date, but it's really, the date is basically just at the bar or at the restaurant playing games, stuff like that. And then he realizes that the person that he killed was the guy's son. So he goes over to the old man and was like kind of froze for a second because he didn't want to tell him that he was the reason to kill his son. but he ended up giving him money for lunch. Okay, so we understand that part, and then obviously we see Bucky, um, just going to therapy, getting help for his condition and stuff like that, and didn't want to and didn't want to confess about what's going, and that he was having trauma, stuff like that, and having and showing emotion. Um, I know you guys are probably thinking, "Why am I jumping around and stuff?" I'm just kind of giving the key points to the episode. I don't want to spoil too much for you guys. If you guys have not seen it, you gotta start watching. It's fairly good. But it's kind of cool because it kind of shifts back to Sam Wilson, and that we finally get a backstory of Sam Wilson. We finally understand who Sam is and where he came from. He's from New Orleans, Louisiana. His family were a bunch of fishermen that catches fish, sells it in the market, and finds out, or then during the blip, they mention the blip and stuff like that in it a few times. He realizes that he wants to sell it. He wants to sell it. His sister's there. His sister and his two nephews. He mentions his nephews, stuff like that, and they try to sell it. Or no, let me back up a little bit. His sister wants to sell it, but he wants to expand it, and they go to the bank to see if they can get a loan and try it, and whatever. They get denied because the blip kind of tightened things up because people were gone for the last 5 years, and going from there. So we do understand. We do have somewhat a villain, and we do understand the villain, and there's kind of a villain that shows up in this. I can't remember what they're really called, because I think they're like AIF or something like that. I don't know what they're really called, but their leader is like a super soldier. It seemed like. So there must be like some kind of super soldier serum that was made for evil. So we got to experience him in a fight with one of Sam Wilson's buddies from the Air Force. He gets beat down. They wear masks. They're masked bandits, and they have like a little tracer and stuff like that. Yeah, it's quite interesting. So at the very end of the episode, there's a press conference, press briefing about new heroes. We need new heroes, stuff like that, and we need someone to give us the symbol to rally behind, because before the blip, everyone could rally around the Avengers and Captain America and the Avengers. Now that everyone's gone away after the blip, Captain Rogers is an old man. We don't know where he's at. Maybe he's retired. Maybe he's dead. We really don't know. Iron Man's gone, and we do get a little cameo of Don Cheadle's character, Rhodes. He does appear in this, so I'm sure he's going to be making more appearances in the season itself. But anyway, so we go back to it. There's a press briefing. They need a new Captain America, so they bring out some new Captain America person that takes the mantle of the Shield. Now, there's memes going around right now with, what I actually ordered, but what I really get, because it's definitely not the look-alike of Captain America. Some rip-off Captain America that people want to get rallied behind. They call it the new Captain America. Now, I'm not a big fan of that. I do wanted to see Chris Evans in it to make an appearance. He does make an appearance in it, but it's from the End Game, so they stuck that clip in there for End Game. But I really hope that he's actually in this episode or in this season, I guess you can say, because that would be awesome. That would make things more understandable about what's going on, why everyone's going their separate ways and stuff like that, and going from there. But I really enjoyed it. If you guys had not watched it, I would watch it. I really enjoyed it a lot. I think I liked it more than WandaVision right now because WandaVision was an interesting series, whereas this episode 1, kind of brought things together and say, hey, you know what? They have trauma, they have emotion, people are going through themselves. Separated, they're not together, they didn't meet up again. But again, I'm gonna be saying trauma and emotion because this is what the first episode is morally about. Emotion and a trauma, because the emotion side is more on Sam Wilson's side because of Captain America giving him the mantle and he didn't want to take the mantle because it didn't feel right. Which I understand. Whereas Bucky Barnes, he's having trauma because he's free from Hydra's control. He's more stressed than ever compared to where he was in Wakanda. He did mention Wakanda in the episode, whereas he feels more comfortable in Wakanda and feels more safe and more relaxed in there compared to living in the real in the U.S. So that is what both of them stood for, and he didn't want to admit that he lost his best friend, Steven Rogers, and that he's always been a fighter for 90 plus years. So that was also a mention. But all in all, guys, I really think that was a good episode. It was a good stand-up, a good pilot episode of it. I'm very excited to see what the series brings. Yes, it was a 50-minute episode. Felt like it was more like a 46 episode. No, I'm just kidding. But still, I mean, I think that this is going to be a good, straightforward season. There's no post-credit scene in here, which I kind of figured, but thought I would be hopeful. We have not seen Baron Zemo yet, so I'm sure he'll pop up in the next episode. But when that comes, I'll break that down for you next week, and we'll go from there. What else? So, yes. Okay, so we are shifting gears from Falcon and the Winter Soldier to Black Widow. So we do have some interesting news on the Black Widow movie. First off, there has been confirmed that there will be a Black Widow documentary special that is coming on Disney Plus. I'm not 100% sure what this is going to be about. So I'm guessing it's going to be about the Black Widow movie itself and how it was made, why it was delayed, but you all know why it was delayed. And just kind of just going in depth of the character more than we know. So I'm looking forward to see that too as well. Along with that, Disney CEO Bob Chapek. I'm sorry if I got the last name wrong, but he is saying that the Black Widow movie, instead of the release date on May 7th of this year, they're going to wait. It's going to be a last-minute decision. So that kind of hurts all of us right now because we are all looking forward to it. And I understand that with the whole COVID-19 pandemic and that the movie theaters aren't at full capacity, and they're at 50% capacity at some areas. Some of them are still closed. But this is what Bob Sepkick told Bloomberg. Our situation and our condition changed. Just a few weeks ago, theaters in New York and LA weren't even open. Now, all of a sudden, they're open. So we're waiting to see how prospective theater goers respond to these reopenings. We're going to remain flexible. We will make the call probably at the last minute in terms of how this film comes to market, whether it's Black Widow or any other title. So in that quote that he said, the CEO of Disney, Bob Chapek, doesn't really have a set. I'm gonna say doesn't really have a set time of releasing these movies. Any Disney studio movies. I know they released Raya the last dragon or whatever it's called a few weeks ago. So I don't know how that's doing in movie theaters, but in that quote that Bob said to Bloomberg, to me it seems like there's not going to be any movies coming out from Disney in a while. Sorry to say, but as soon as movies theaters reopen and people start particularly going to the movie theater to see these movies, we probably will get obviously last minute decisions from Disney to releasing all of these films that are supposed to be coming out this year that were bumped back a year. Personally, I think they should just release them on the streaming service. They're probably gonna make us pay for them, but I would rather wait for when they just jump up and say, "Hey, you guys can watch this for free." But I mean, even though they've bumped up the price of Disney Plus, I'm not gonna get there. But I think that's probably a good decision of what they're doing what Bob is doing. They're waiting to see how it goes, and then they're probably going to keep their same slots open for these movie releases. And if it's good, they're just going to drop it. We're not going to get a heads up or anything like that with any more Disney films. They're just going to drop it. They're going to say, "All right, here you go, Black Widow's coming in this Friday." Boom. All right, let's see how it goes. Because of the Marvel film, I go see it in theaters because I haven't been in a theater in a long time. I'm sure everyone else here that's watching has not been in a theater in a long time either. So it's going to be nice to get back to the theater when things start to clear up. But other than that, I think it's a good decision on Disney's part of Black Widow and all that stuff. So I don't know why I do all that stuff all the time, but hey, who cares? So we do got a little bit of breaking news going on here that Secret Invasion has found a villain in the series, which is kind of weird because aren't the Skrulls the bad guys in this series? Because Secret Invasion is when they're hiding in plain sight and they take over human or heroes' bodies and act like them and stuff like that. But anyway, so the villain that they casted was actor Kingsley Ben-Adir. If I say it wrong, I apologize. I haven't seen much of his work, but he looks like he's going to be a pretty awesome villain in this series. I'm actually really excited to see this series, of Secret Invasion. I wish it was going to be a big Marvel event in the movie theater because there's probably a lot to it than anything. But I don't know. I guess we'll see when it comes out. obviously, Samuel L. Jackson's back in doing it, and I think it's Ben. I don't know who plays the other Skrull dude. But anyway, who cares? I'm drawing a blank. So they have a villain for that. I'm very excited to see how that's going to go too, and all that stuff and all that fun stuff. So Moon Knight, right? Everyone loves their Moon Knight. Everyone loves our Moon Knight, or don't know who Moon Knight is. So they are doing a Moon Knight series. Oscar Isaac is Moon Knight, and one Pacific Marvel actor is very excited for Oscar Isaac to be playing Moon Knight, and this actor is Sebastian Stan. A little bit about Isaac. He's been in the Star Wars series for a while, and he's been in the new Star Wars series, and he's a really good actor. So I think Moon Knight is going to be awesome. Expecting him as Moon Knight. I don't know much about Moon Knight myself, but I'm very excited to see this character into the small screen and understand his origin and villains and stuff like that. And then one day maybe we'll see him on the big screen as well for a big crossover. So I'm excited to see that Moon Knight. I'm excited to see Oscar Isaac playing him as the role and going from there. So I know a lot of people are probably looking at the web saying, oh, hey, look, guys, it's Jim Carrey. What is Jim Carrey doing on the news sites? What is Jim Carrey talking about this MCU stuff? So I would like to say there's rumors going around that he will be the main villain in Deadpool 3. Obviously, if you guys don't know Jim Carrey's history, he's been playing villains for comic villains for years. The most iconic one that he was the Riddler in the Batman. I think it was Forever or whatever. I can't remember what was it. But I think personally, this is a good role. I think this is going to be I think it's going to get Jim Carrey back on the main on the screen. At least back in the comic scene, I guess. I don't know if you want to call Sonic a comic scene, but it'd be nice to see Jim Carrey as a villain in Deadpool 3, because I know Deadpool is basically more like a comedy movie than ever, because you got Ryan Reynolds as Deadpool and it's more like a comedy. So, and then you had Josh Brolin was also in it. So basically, Josh Brolin is two characters in the MCU, technically, with Thanos, but Thanos is now wiped away. And then also Cable, which we don't know much of him. We don't know where he's at right now. So I'm sure we'll have Josh Brolin back as Cable. I'm sure Jim Carrey will probably be the person to find him and say, "Ooh, I'm gonna get you, Cable." Yeah, sorry, my voice kind of sucks. My voice is not the best for Jim Carrey. I wish it was good, but I guess not. But I think it's gonna be good. I don't know what you guys think. Just make sure to comment, subscribe, subscribe, whatever. Comment below to see what you think Jim Carrey's villain role is going to be. I don't know much about Deadpool's characters. I tried looking at the article. There was nothing much to say, speculating there on that one, and going from there. So anyway, now we'll switch gears from Deadpool over to the Black Panther 2. So Martin Freeman has been confirmed back into the film as Agent Everett Ross. So it's good that he's reprising his role, and he did address addresses the loss of Chadwick Boseman in an article. Sorry, as he interviewed with the Collider, that he is confirmed that he is doing it. So he is in Black Panther 2. So this is what he said about being in Black Panther 2. Yeah, I am doing the second Black Panther. I'm going to be speaking to Ryan Coogler soon about what shape that's going to look like. I have no idea about the script, so I don't know what's going to happen. So, okay, so basically none of these people in Black Panther 2 does not know what's going on. So again, it's Marvel being secretive to anyone about it. So, and then he did speak about Chadwick Boseman's death. This is what he said. Just before Chadwick died, if my memory serves correctly, the script has gone in. They had the script and they were working on the script. And then Chadwick Boseman died. So they're talking about the Black Panther 2 script. They had it all done, and then this all happened. So back to the quote, and I sort of immediately thought, oh, okay, I could see a world where there's no Black Panther then, because how can you do a Black Panther without Black Panther? So I still don't know what's that's going to look like. And no, obviously, before Chad died, the idea of doing it without him would have been a stupid idea. It would have been crazy. It was very shocking and still very, very strange that he is not here. I'm as curious as you are to see what that will look like, and I found out quite soon. All I know is I'm in. So in that case, it's going to be. Martin kind of said that it's going to the Collider that it's going to be very, very different. Very, very different. Black Panther movie without Chadwick Boseman, because he's the living Black Panther, was the living Black Panther, and still is our Black Panther for years. So Wakanda Forever. That movie is also set to come out of theaters on July 8th of 2022. So yeah, so that was okay. So a lot of these people, everyone nowadays are kind of explaining and saying, oh, the Chris Evans is back to the MCU. Chris Evans is going to reprise his role back to reprising his role as Captain America. Because rumor has it, the first rumor is that Chris Evans was to return to fight Wolverine. So why would they fight Wolverine? Well, maybe because there's a X-Men Avengers crossover maybe in the works. But according to Kevin Feige, about these rumors, Kevin Feige has denied all these rumors that Chris Evans will return as Captain America. Yes, I know, everyone. We are all sad. We're all butthurt. We're all like, well, why are you guys saying that Captain America or Chris Evans has signed on again? Like, why, Kevin? Why are you denying this? Okay, hold the brakes, hold the phone, stop right there, stop. Okay, so as you know, Marvel is very secretive, right? They're very secret. They're very secretive people. Now, here's the very secret part. I think Chris Evans is going to be in a future project. It's going to be a very surprise to all of us that he's going to be in it. Kevin Feige can deny all these rumors just to hide things up, just to hide it up. And I think he is. I really think he is. I really think he is going to hide it as much as he can, and then boom, surprise, he's back. Woo! Be like, yeah, Kevin Feige will be like, yeah, I was just kidding, guys. I was gonna have him in the right moment, the right time. Boom, here we go. Yeah, he's in. Woo! Okay, I just got really excited over a sudden. But yes, so Kevin Feige did deny that. So guys, don't believe what Marvel is saying to us, folks. Okay, because there's something up their sleeve that we don't know about. Okay. Okay. So, Gwyneth Paltrow, she came out the other day saying that she wished to return back to the MCU. She said she would be open to reprise her role as Pepper Potts if it's just a small part in an MCU project. So don't we all think that we're going to see her again? I really hope we do, because if they're making an Ironheart series, wouldn't Pepper Potts be appearing in it? Because her husband, Tony Stark, is a great inventor and made this Iron Man suit. So that is what I'm thinking she's going to be in other projects. We just got to figure out which projects that she's going to be in, and then we're going to be like, oh, wow, be all shocked, because hopefully we get all the older cast returning into a better project, better role. Okay, so hopefully, on our last order of business is our Marvel bracket challenge, or Marvel Madness challenge. As you guys probably know or watched the selection show, I hope you guys enjoyed that. We are currently in this day one of round, actually I would say not day one, but we are currently in the second round of the tournament right now. There has been a bunch of upsets that has happened in the round of 64, the first round. So the big upset is in the outer space region, where the 16th seeded Drax the Destroyer destroyed Thor. Let me tell you guys this once. This is all about voting. This is all voting. This is the voting poll to see who basically is the top dog in each matchup. So it's basically a voting, and you guys cast your votes. So we had Thor getting knocked out. We had who else? We had a couple 6 seeds definitely get knocked out. We had a 7 seed get knocked out. I think that's pretty much. So basically, we have a few 1s, we have a few 2s. The 3s are still in it. Stanley Barber, the 4 seed, got knocked out by Loki, which we kind of figured that was going to happen. The 7 seed's been knocked out. So this is anything's tournament right now. This is anyone's tournament. So I'm going to tell you who made it to round 2. Made it to round 2 before we get to our Sweet 16 matchup. So in the women's region, we have the number 1 seed, Captain Marvel, taking on the 9 seed, Helena. We have the 13th seed taking on the 4th seed. I guess the 5th. I guess I should rephrase that. The 12th seed, Mystique, taking on the 4th seed, Gamora. The 11th seed, She-Hulk, is taking on the 3rd seed, Wanda. The 10th seed, Jean Grey, is taking on the 2 seed, Black Widow. The 16th seed, big upset. Drax is facing the number 9 seed, Adam Warlock. The 13th seed, the Living Tribunal, is taking on the 13th seed, Loki. The 11th seed, Carnage, is taking on the 3rd seed, Groot. The 10th seed, Cosmo the Dog, is taking on the number 2 seed, Thanos. In the Machine region, the other region that goes with the Outer Space region, is number 1 seed, MODOK, taking on the number 9 seed, Garrison Kane. The 5th seed, Beatles, taking on the 13th seed, Herbie. The 11th seed, Galactus, is taking on the 3rd seed, Ultron. The 10th seed, Dark Hawk, is taking on the 2nd seed, Vision. And in the Earth region, we have the number 1 seed, Hulk, taking on the 8th seed, Spider-Man. We got the 5th seed, Doctor Strange, taking on the 4th seed, Wolverine. We have the 6th seed, Captain America, taking on the 3rd seed, Magneto. The 7th seed, Iron Man, is taking on the 2nd seed, Doctor Doom. So those are your second round brackets, or teams that made it to the second round. Hopefully, your team or your character, has made it and made it this far. I know my brackets are almost all busted, thanks to Drax and a few other people. But my bracket isn't doing too hot. Hope your bracket's doing good. Just again, make sure you go on to the I want to say the Marvel Underground page, because it won't let me do a poll. But if you want to go on there and cast your vote on anyone that's going on, you can go to my Instagram. My Instagram. The Marvel Underground Instagram to cast your vote. You guys are welcome to, and go from there. So again, if you are not in the underground, then why are you here?